All right, hello and welcome to episode 47 of WCAT Chats. I'm Alex Carr, joined alongside by Nitin Raju, and we're also joined by Will Stewart, varsity captain, even though he's a junior of the 4-1-1 boys soccer team. So, Will, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
WCAT.
So, you guys having a really good season. What have you seen from your team?
It's been really good. We have a lot of new guys this year, kind of my class, like a lot of juniors stepping up this year. We lost a few nights ago, but it was against a really good team, and I think we got a lot to improve on, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season.
And so what are some goals for this season? I mean, obviously win the state championship, but any smaller goals, some teams you want to win, anything like that?
Yeah, I'd definitely say, I mean, we beat Lovett, which was great in a scrimmage, but obviously winning a state championship. But I think mainly just winning our region, but also just playing good soccer, I would say, and making sure our defense doesn't let any goals in, keeping it 0 every game, and for the offense, just score as many goals as we can.
And what would you say the strength is of your team?
I would say a lot of our team camaraderie. I think we're all really good. We're all really close. Like a lot of the seniors have been on the team for a while, and then kind of the juniors that are kind of new to the team, the seniors have been really good to them. And I think overall we have just a lot of depth in our team, and I'm really looking forward to this year.
You speak about team camaraderie. How have you guys built that as a team? Any specific activities?
Not really. I mean, we actually do have a beginning of the season, we have like a sleepover in Turner, so we all stay in Turner. It's pretty fun because we just kind of run around Turner until like 4 in the morning, but that kind of like team building is always great, and we all just like enjoy playing soccer, which also really helps, and just bond over that as well.
And have there been a couple young kids that have stepped up for the team that have been impressed you?
Yeah. So we have one freshman on the team. It's Owen Mattingly. He's really stepped up. Being the only freshman to make varsity is a big deal, but he's definitely, competitive, very good player. He's got a really good future ahead of him. And then, some of the sophomores, we have Anderson Lee, who was originally one of our, backup goalkeepers, but once Brenner is playing, who's usually our starting goalkeeper, is playing basketball, so he stepped up and played against a really good team in Rome and did really, really well. And also Aditya, who's another sophomore, started left back where he usually plays up top because Wade got hurt, which is our starting left back. But he's stepped up, and I'm really, really proud of him.
You talked about a couple injuries in basketball players. What's the team going to be like once they come back?
We're going to be really good. I mean, we're already doing really well now, but, having Brenner back will be great. Having Wade, he did hurt his knee, so we don't know how long he'll be out, but having him back as well will be great. And, getting more players and getting more depth is always just a good thing.
So being 1-0 in region play, you guys are looking to have a really good season here. Any key opponents you guys have in the following weeks that you want to keep an eye out for?
Yeah, I would say we have a couple region games in the next couple weeks against Stevenson and Southwest DeKalb, which hopefully we can take care of. But I'm really looking forward to some big games against St. Pius and Walton. And, we have our Bob Sims tournament, which is kind of like a tournament we hold at Westminster, and we invite some really good teams like out of state. So that'll be a really good opportunity to showcase our talents.
And for that tournament, is it like good at points, or is that just purely like a scouting?
It's mainly just kind of like a showcase. It's just non-region, so it's not. But we like to play like big 6A, 7A schools just to really test our ability before we go into the playoffs. And I think for the last few years, our success has come from playing really good teams in non-region, and then going into the playoffs well prepared and playing good teams so we can go as far as we can.
And when you play those good teams, what's like the most beneficial aspect like that you guys can take away from it? I
would say when we play these really good teams, one of the biggest attributes they have is physicality, and how hard they run, and they're willing just to like knock people down. I think playing a good team but also a physical team can really help us improve, because we're not used to that sometimes, and there's some teams that don't offer that. So I think when we play those teams, it gets us adjusted to kind of like, because playoffs can get really chippy and really like intense. So like getting that kind of practice and preparation before the playoffs is always really good.
Soccer, unlike other sports, you don't have to be the tallest guy out there to really be the best, right? So talk to me about a little bit how you don't always, like how size doesn't even really matter in soccer.
Yeah. I mean, like it's really, that's what I really like about the sport, is that, like, you know, a 5'4" dude can be way better than a 6'3" guy, you know. And in basketball, that kind of even in football, but like, you know, it all depends, you know. Like, some of the small guys usually have better dribbling and stuff, you know, but everyone has their own skill set essentially. So it doesn't really matter, again, like how tall you are, how big you are. It's just kind of how good you are, how good of a soccer player you are.
And I mentioned a little earlier, you being a junior captain, what's that leadership role like? Like, how do you go about giving leadership, but also recognizing that you're not the oldest on the team?
You know, I will say when I was freshman and sophomore, I always tried to, you know, be a leader. I mean, I necessarily, you know, I wasn't in a position to really lead, but I just tried my best to always, you know, uplift my teammates. And I think this year, having the privilege to be a captain, you know, there's a little more responsibility with, you know, being a leader and, like, you know, uplifting people, like, and especially, you know, the freshmen and sophomores who, you know, had their first big game against Rome. It was you know, an opportunity to kind of be a good captain and lead, and, you know, make sure that, you know, they get commended for their good work and also held accountable, you know. And it's tough to find a balance, but I think it's been good just to kind of, you know, just have that opportunity to lead.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like, I wish we kind of had those leadership roles in baseball. Our team doesn't really have those captains, and I feel like we could be missing out on the key, like,
camaraderie almost aspect of, like,
Yeah.
togetherness.
Yeah.
But kind of coming together, do you have any, like, superstitions before games that you have to do? You have to wear the right sock before the left. You have to wear the same pair of underwear. Any specific superstitions you have?
I actually don't. I just kind of put on my equipment and then warm up. I don't really do superstitions, because then I feel like if I don't do it, then I'm not going to play. I just completely scratch that. It's just, like, up to me how I play. Like, I don't want to, like, because if I forget, and then I don't want to, like, blame it on the superstition. I'd rather just go out there and play, and then be, you know, if I play bad, it's my fault. It's not the superstition, you know. So,
do you have any music that you play before going into the game?
like, what I actually, it depends, like, how I'm feeling. Usually I actually, like, you know, sometimes I listen to, like, hip hop, but I actually like listen to, like, dance music and stuff, like, like house music. It just kind of gets me going. You know, it all depends. You know, I enjoy listening to music, but.
And what's your training schedule like for soccer? Like, do you do, like, a weightlifting thing, or do you do, like, drills? Like, how do you go about getting ready?
Yeah, so I think now we're actually implementing 3 lifts a week. I think we needed to do it because we didn't have a lot of guys going in, and, you know, there's not a lot of, you know, like, you know, we can always improve on size and everything, but we do kind of have pretty, you know, tight schedule. I mean, we practice every day we can, Monday through Friday, and then obviously games on the week. You know, we don't practice on the weekdays, but it usually lasts for 2+ hours, so it's definitely, like, you know, a lot, but it is really good, and that's kind of what happens with our success, because our Coach Snyder really likes implementing his, you know, tactics and everything, and keep doing them over and over really helps us.
And how has Coach Snyder impacted you as a player?
You know, he's been really, actually, I will say, in 7th grade, my first kind of experience was with him. I mean, it wasn't him directly, but I got put on the B team, and I was kind of really disappointed about that. And, you know, I didn't really have a good, you know, perception. I was like, this guy hates me, you know, like, this sucks. But then I came in my freshman year, and I was getting a little nervous because I was a bit small, and I was a small freshman, and so I was worried that, you know, he wouldn't really see that, like, you know, he wouldn't give me a chance to play. But that senior class, actually, when I was a freshman, really helped me, like, you know, got me on the team because they believed in me. And then, you know, eventually I kind of gained the trust of Coach Snyder. But he's always been a really good coach, and always, you know, understanding, and he's hard on us sometimes, but in a good way. Like, he really gets on us about stuff we're not doing
And
right.
another coach you guys have had, Coach Romberg, how has he impacted your time with the team?
He's like one of the nicest. He's like one of the nicest guys. Like, one of the nicest coaches I've ever had. Like, he's really helps us get, like, the waters. Like, he's a very humble guy. Like, he does a lot of the stuff that, you know, like.
He does the nitty gritty.
Exactly. No. A lot of the things he does actually influence how we do. You know, make sure, like, in practice we get our water, snack bin. We got, like, during the games, make sure we have all the pennies and everything. So I really do appreciate Coach Romberg being there.
Yeah. And now, looking forward for the next couple of games here, if you had one game that you would want people to watch here, which one would it be? You think it's going to be a thriller?
I would say probably St. Pius.
St. Pius.
I think. I don't know actually how they're doing this year, but they're always really strong, and I think it'll be fun to play it at home and everything, and that would be a good game to come to.
Yeah. Let me think. I had a question and I completely forgot it.
Well, especially with basketball right now, the home crowd has really been a huge factor, right?
Yeah.
And going over to soccer, you probably don't have as many people as you do for basketball or football.
Yeah.
If you had to sell the game to people, to get them to come, how would you sell it?
I mean, I would just say I remember the semifinals and the state championship last year there was a lot of people, and I'd say like the St. Pius game is going to be exactly like that. It's going to get really competitive. St. Pius, we don't like St. Pius and they don't like us, and I think it'll be a really really entertaining game. And being at home, I think it's on Friday night. I think that'll be a really good opportunity to come out and support.
And looking back on it, what's been your favorite memory for this Westminster soccer team?
Like out of all of high school or just this season?
All of high school.
I would say last year, I think either the semifinals or the state championship. I think the semifinals when Campbell scored that great free kick, it was just a great moment. It was relieving because we were so close to closing the game off and we couldn't do it, and then like the last 30 seconds of the game, Campbell just drilled it right in the goal, and it was great. And then also just playing in the state championship and playing a team like Johnson and with their massive student section, it almost felt like I was playing like a professional game. It was just awesome, and we didn't win, but it was definitely a game that I'll always remember.
And how does it feel to be the team that people like mark on their schedule as this is the game that we got to take a top team down? What's that like? What's that feel just from like a mental perspective?
I mean, it feels good, kind of being the team that they want to beat, because I feel like we wouldn't want them to think that we're a bad team, but I think especially against good teams like St. Pius and Walton, that'll be it'll definitely be a clash between two really really good teams, and I think we have dominated our last couple of years, especially in region play, and I hope I think teams really do in our region don't really want to play us, which is great because we want to be the best.
So stepping off the pitch a little bit, going into the classroom, what would be your favorite Westminster memory from now, or from high school, or from before?
Oh, that's a great question. As of now, though, I do really enjoy my AP biology class with Alex. It's a lot of fun. We learn a lot in class. And
Do you like it more when we're in the classroom or when we're outside of it with Sumter?
I don't recall going outside of the class, but I would say I do really enjoy, even though junior year has been really tough, I really enjoy my classes, and I think Alex and I share about 4 classes. So
Yeah, so I'm stupid.
so it's fun to see him every day, and just really been enjoying it.
Yeah. It's been the junior year's been fun. It's been the most work probably of our high school career. But if you could take one piece of advice to tell your younger self or just a younger soccer player, what would you give them?
I mean, it's kind of cliche, but I would say just believe in yourself, because especially in middle school and even freshman year, I mean, I believed in myself to an extent, but there was times where I doubted myself. And I think, having that belief that you can, achieve what you want to achieve is key to actual success. Because I know freshman year I was really nervous I wasn't going to make the team, but then once I did, I started really believing in myself, and that's when I kind of started playing well. And that goes for every game I play. If I don't believe in myself, I'm not going to play well. So I feel like, having that belief in yourself is essential.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Will.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck with your region play games coming up. I know you got one in 2 days, so
Appreciate
best of luck.
Good luck.
Thank you for having me.
And it turns out Will is actually going to be joining us to cover some Westminster sports and talk about some professional sports as well. So thank you, Will.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Really excited.
So starting off with girls basketball, after a great season, they fell to Sonoraville, 72-53 in the state championship tournament. So shout out to the girls for a great season, but their season did come short, and they'll be looking to have another great year next year.
Yeah, the girls really, really impressive, led by Stella Chartrand and Kate Harley. Girls did a great job this year. Bouncing back, they lost a key player in Courtney Ogden. Still did an incredible job making all the way deep into the playoffs. So congrats to them. And then the last night, Westminster baseball toppled Whitfield 11-4.
How was that?
You know, I watched the whole thing from the dugout, all 3 hours and a lot of it. It was cold.
It was a very cold night. But moving on to wrestling, congratulations to Jackson Bailey for finishing 4th in the 2024 GHSA Wrestling State Championship in the 138-pound category. So congratulations to Jackson Bailey. And then let's see what else we have. We have Westminster Soccer takes on Miller Grove yesterday.
Yeah. We won 10-0, so that wasn't as competitive as we wanted it to be, but good to win. So
Did you score?
I did, yeah.
Good to get some confidence. How many goals have you scored this year?
I think I'm at 6, I think.
Your team has 25 in total.
Yeah, so I gotta get it up. But
You do.
yeah.
You cannot only score a fifth of your team's goals. That's embarrassing.
You're right. No, you're right.
Let's take a look.
And I think, but boys basketball plays tonight.
Yeah.
In the first round of the state championships playoff run.
Yeah, make sure
At
to
home.
come out to the Lloyd or the Howell Center. Sorry about that. It'll be very fun to watch. We know this Saturday we played against Holy Innocents, and we went there and did our best to make it loud, but not loud enough. Everyone come out and help support.
It'll be a whiteout, so everyone make sure you're wearing your white.
Is it whiteout?
It's a whiteout. All right,
Okay.
now moving over to professional sports. Super Bowl is over. Football is over.
Yep.
We're in this weird kind of stretch where there's not really any professional sports going on right now.
Yeah, you got the baseball with spring training. All the pitchers reported, pitchers and catchers been throwing for past couple weeks. And then also, rest of the players just showed up. And some controversy, they got new jerseys for the MLB, and a lot of people don't like them. Have you seen them?
I have not seen them.
Yeah, they're
People
not
are
looking
saying,
too good.
They are low quality looking.
And they made the names very small.
They're like,
Yeah.
they're like supposed to be more breathable, but they just. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I like them yet or not. They kind of look a little low quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one you can really see the sides of the letters.
Oh yeah. So is the right one the new one?
Yep. And also, they made all the names curve, even like super short ones. Like Kirby has no need to be short or curved.
Yeah.
Like it looks so stupid now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's stupid.
All right. And then what's soccer?
Soccer.
I think you can help with this one.
MLS?
We can do MLS, sure.
You keeping track
Well,
of?
actually, no, I don't think there's MLS. I think MLS has been over.
There's some games going on, actually.
When?
Regular season today.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the season opener. No, it's on the 24th.
Oh yeah, that's the 24th.
Yeah, I think the season opener is probably on the 24th.
And what are these games? Are these all like
Oh, those are like
Minor league games.
no, yeah, they play like it's like a
preseason?
yeah, kind of like a
Okay.
preseason tournament. Yeah,
Which team are you the most up on?
I would say. Probably,
Miami.
well, I mean, probably Atlanta United because I'm from Atlanta, but I do, Inter Miami has Messi.
I'm a big Cincinnati guy. 69 points, 2.03 points per game, 64 games with 34 games played. They look pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, that was last year, though.
How did
I
they?
heard
How did?
lost a lot of players.
How did
did
every
actually.
team tie so many times?
How did?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Let's see who tied the most. Oh my!
14 ties
They
in
tied
34
about half
games.
their games.
Yeah,
That's boring.
they were 1-8-8 away. That's terrible. They tied almost half their games. Man, what's another sport? Hockey.
Basketball.
Ba-
The All-Star game.
Oh yeah, man!
Yeah.
They scored the most in a basketball game ever.
Really? Can't say I watched. I watched the first few minutes.
My dad actually watched
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ridiculous. No one was playing defense. It was literally just a highlight tape of dunks and stuff.
The All-Star game is getting a little bit of shade, though, because nobody tries. So
Yeah.
they're thinking, like, oh, should we make it whoever wins gets home court advantage
For
in the finals?
Finals, yeah. They got to figure something out because technically it should be the best pickup basketball game that year, but
It's not. It never is. And then the dunk contest, too.
Mac McClung.
Yep.
But yeah, the dunk contest, I feel like it's kind of run dry. At some point, you're going to run out of ideas for dunks. It's just bound to happen.
UConn, the #1 team in the country, falls to Creighton.
And it wasn't even close either.
Yeah, they got whooped. They knocked them out 85-66. Creighton's program's first win over a #1 ranked team. We're some weeks away from March Madness.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
One bracket. I'm gonna go one bracket. And then
I'm going to go one bracket, and it's going to bust after the first week. Like, not even, like, be wrong, but just, like, it can't go further.
No, I think mine. I feel pretty confident about.
You already have it planned out? You already have it planned
Once I
out?
get it, I'll be confident about it.
I'm pretty confident that I'm having Villanova go all the way just because my older brother goes there. You just got to have confidence. Because this is what my thinking is. Everyone's got, like, the Virginias going all the way, right? Not me. If Villanova goes all the way, they're like, dang.
Are they gonna even make the? Are they gonna make the tournament?
No, I don't know. But whoever's like a mid-tier team, you always choose them. Because like last year, Villanova kind of went deep. No one had them doing that. I had them going all the way. So
They beat UNC.
exactly. They also lost to St. Joseph's in Drexel and Kansas.
They beat Creighton, and Creighton beat
UConn.
UConn.
Yeah.
Therefore, Villanova's the best team in the country.
I think so.
Yeah.
Why did we lose to St. John's?
Twice. No,
No,
St.
St.
John's
Joseph's.
and St. Joseph's.
Jeez.
And St. John's again.
And St. John's. And we lost to UConn by 1 point.
The Saints own you guys.
Did we lost by like 3 points every game besides St. John's? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and and make sure to come out to the basketball game. That's gonna be a lot of fun, and pull up to the
Soccer.
St. Pius game.
Yeah.
It'll be very enticing, and I'll be there heckling, hoping that St. Pius wins. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, go Cats.
Go Cats.
All right.